Lads, do you remember a few weeks ago we were talking about the main man?
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I've got a wee surprise for you this week. He's sponsoring the podcast.
nice.
No way.
And I'm telling you, mate, for 70 years this guy's been delivering drinks to people's doorsteps from Northern Ireland, and he's not stopping yet. Do you want to know why?
Why is that?
He's got his own website.
Yes.
It's themainman.co.uk. And you know what you can do on that website? You can go on, put in your postcode, and you can get any type of main product delivered directly to your doorstep. And to make things easier as well, he's launched his own subscription service.
Ooh.
No way.
So you can pay regularly and get main lemonade delivered straight to your doorstep. You can choose 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever you want. Just go to itsthemainman.co.uk, pop your postcode in the postcode checker, select whatever type of product you want. You can even build your own crate and get whatever you want delivered straight to your doorstep. Bang, bang.
Awesome.
Simple as that.
Amazing.
So the link is in our bio for both yous and our listeners / viewers. It's themainman.co.uk. Head to the link in the description, put your details in, and you can get the main man coming back to your door in no time.
Get on it, guys. Check it out.
Let's go. Let's get into the podcast.
Here's the crack, here's the crack, here's the crack, here's the crack, here's the crack. Welcome back, talking shit and drinking wine, like and subscribe. Here's the crack.
Hello and welcome back to the Here's the Craic podcast. Thanks for watching and listening. If you're watching and listening, hit that subscribe button on Spotify and Apple Music and give a 5-star review. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Get clicking. I think we should start something that we were just chatting about there. You remember the days when you used to need to get your hair cut? Mm-hmm. And you used to walk in to the barbers and sit down and you waited your turn and you got your hair cut for about £5.
They were the days, boy.
And now you have to book your haircut as if you're booking a holiday about 6 months in advance.
And we were doing a Christmas do on the 2nd of December.
Christmas hairdo?
Like a Christmas, like a staff do.
Scorch.
I had my hair cut booked like a month in advance.
Do you have to do it though?
Yep.
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
How far in advance did your barber say that you had to book yours?
It's not too bad when you're just like, I just sort of look in and book in maybe that week. But it's now coming into Christmas and you realise you need to be on the ball.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so weird to think that you're thinking like, oh, so far in advance where you're like, right, so like when do I need a haircut for before Christmas? Like?
But you're not too bad. Like there's plenty of barbers in Belfast like, to go to.
But when I feel like I found a barber I like now that's proper good, and I'm like,
you get real pissed off whenever you can't get in with them. Like. There's nothing worse than whenever you're like constantly going to them, then you can't get booked in 1 week, and then that fucks your.
It's hard for you.
The whole thing
I
up,
think
like.
it's more awkward for you because you go to the likes of Cullen, and like he's only like. There's not many barbers around Norma as good as him, really. Like, well, that's probably not a good thing to say. Not saying that there isn't, but like, there's not many big barbers.
Yeah,
you know, and like, there's like, you go to Stephen, is it, or are you going around?
Yeah, Stephen. But
it's not even him you're booking in with. It's the way on the ways it works for him. You can't get in.
Because I remember back in the day whenever we first started going to Ren, and I think you'd been to it or something, and the whole thing was that like, oh my god, it's like 2 months wait to get in with this guy. Like, like he is the shit. Like, you need to get him. Like, you need to book your like appointment 2 or 3 months in advance. But at that time, like that wasn't really a thing. Like, whereas now, I think it could be maybe like 5 months to get like a weekend with him. Like.
It's mental.
And even like the guys I go to, like you're talking maybe at least a month, 2 months wait.
Yeah.
Because I got my hair cut there and the barber was like, oh, you booked in for Christmas yet? And I was like, no. And he's like, oh, I'd maybe get looking in the next week or two.
Yeah.
And this like time we're recording is like literally the start of November. Like.
Yeah.
But it's like thinking, because it's like, you don't want to get your hair cut too early. Because like, we're likes of us going to Manchester and all.
Yeah.
Are you going to get in between Christmas and New
I
Year's?
actually need to get that booked, because if I get my hair cut at the start of December, I'll be mad again by the end of December, so I'll need to get it cut for Manchester.
Booked one for the weekend before Christmas, so like, is it like the 16th or something? But I booked that a month ago, and it was the last appointment left on that Saturday, like a month ago, like, so Christmas, 2.5 months in advance of booked that hair appointment. Like.
We're saying this like, Lucinda went and got her hair done the other day. I think she left at like 3. She wasn't back to near 5:30.
It's a proper session.
What are you
though,
doing there? Like?
They go in, get
I
their
know.
hair washed,
I
get
know.
their hair dried, get their hair cut, and then if you're getting your hair dyed and all,
Some sitting about like.
do you know
I
what
hope
I
you
mean?
told her. I hope you noticed.
Oh, you mean?
It's not much whenever she gets her hair cut and she comes
Oh,
back
like-
and she's like shaking it all. And she's like, notice anything? And then you're like, no,
Yeah.
no. And then she's like, got murdered.
Did you get your eyes done?
She doesn't really like, get a lot done. She just gets hers like darkened.
Ah, but you still have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no
but
girl ever
sometimes
really gets anything different.
probably doesn't help the fact that I'm like blind to color. But
Oh, fair.
yeah, there's sometimes where she comes back and I'm like,
You
your
just
hair
play
looks
it-
wee.
play
the
the
colourblind
colourblind,
card.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
such easy hard to have.
Not all disabilities are visible.
What a card to have on the deck. Wow.
That's a good one. Like, can you lend me that?
I
Ross's,
whipped out the Jill deck, colorblind.
Ross's deck of disabilities.
That sounds like a new segment of the podcast.
March coming soon.
what do you have this week? Speaking of segments, I think we should get into Tommy's question time. Roll that intro.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
It's Tommy's question time.
Can we just say Ross always gives us abuse for not preparing for stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
I chose
No.
this segment and
No,
I wasn't
no.
prepared.
No.
Lastminute.com.
No. I did prepare for this one. Didn't prepare for the next one we're doing.
No, this is.
I missed out on one. Sorry. Like sometimes when I'm too busy organising both your lives, then it kind of,
All right.
breeds
Silly
into my
Billy.
life.
Right. Question. This isn't the conspiracy theory one, just saying.
I know. I've got an odd page for that.
Okay.
Have you printed out a page? What is this?
My phone was on 4% and I had no charger in work and I was afraid it was going to die, so I couldn't save anything on my phone, so I went onto the computer.
You've
Yeah.
used
Wrote it
company
down.
property.
Productive time.
It
and
feels a
work.
lot better. You remember it a lot better if you write it down.
Is anybody taking a drink?
No. A drink of
I'm
what? I
swapping.
can't see them anywhere.
Me and lemonades.
Oh my god.
We actually have so many flavours here. I feel like we should have done a
You
taste
told
test
us
or
we weren't
something.
allowed to drink them.
No, we weren't allowed to drink them.
Right. Go on ahead with your wee question time there, boy.
Right. If you could do the 12 pubs, like, so obviously the Christmas is coming into Christmas, the 12 pubs is the big thing. If you could do the 12 pubs with any 4 people, dead or You're a cockler. I'm going to have to start this again. Man.
Go. Sorry.
If you could do the 12 pubs with any 4 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Right. Go for Paperboy here.
I feel it's
Everybody.
making so much noise. First one, Steve Carell.
That's a good shout. Like,
Yeah, he's your funny guy. Like, he'd be the livelihood of the night, like making all the jokes, having the crack. Like, I think he'd really keep the party going. Number 2, you need a guy that does a bit of singing, because you get to that stage of the night when things get a bit like everyone thinks they're Beyonce and they start singing. So Eminem. I know it's not, well, it's rapping, like, but that would be intense.
yeah.
Like.
Normally at the end of a night out, though, it'd be, Sweet Caroline or, something along lines that there.
Yeah, but this
But you're
isn't just going to be any night out. Like, this is going to be the
Palms
night
are
out.
sweaty.
Imagine everyone in the
Everybody.
bar at the end of the night just going at it. Like,
I'm not afraid.
I'll be sick. Like. Number 3.
I feel like Eminem would be a bit of a moody cunt.
Yeah, you would be a dreary boy. Like.
So are you? Going out with you?
Get right. Get. I wish we had the soundboard for that. Pew, 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 pew.
No comment.
Number 3, Stephen Fry. The interesting one who spits facts all night. And you can, like, he's going to have a wee story and stuff for you, and
That's fair though.
keep you entertained. And number 4, the man himself, Mr. McGregor, because you know what happens at the end of the night. Everyone gets a bit too drunk and there's fights, so he's going to be there for you.
He's going to be there to clean
He's
up.
going to be
eh?
the man front of the front stage. Like.
You've thought
Front and
about
centre.
You've thought about this so tactically. Though.
Yeah,
You have
I've
to
just
plan it.
I've just went for who I felt like the other night I would love to go
That's
to the
not
pub
good
with.
enough. That's not good enough.
So thought out.
Very well done. I like it.
So that's my 4.
What about you?
Decent vibes. I actually made a list. All right, I'll let you guess my first one.
Marcus Mumford.
Yes,
Oh my
obviously.
God.
Obviously. I couldn't
Get a
not.
life.
My other 3 I did actually tactically think of. One of mine was McGregor.
Yeah.
Because I thought,
Why?
Because I thought, he's just good crack. Like,
Do you know him?
I know, well, but I could
You
get
see
to
my
know him
list.
if he'd done the 12
You
pubs.
see my
though.
list. He
Well,
might take you to his pub
so
as well, and you might be able to drink his stout. Like.
The reason why I chose Marcus Mumford was because I think I would have
wonder
a
why.
good conversation with him,
Yeah.
and I'd actually want to. He'd be the one in the group that I'd be like, I want to just talk to you all night.
Fuck you.
But then we needed to sprinkle in people with a bit of better vibes. Hence McGregor.
Yeah.
My other one was David Blaine,
The magician.
the magician.
That's so random.
I think
man.
like after a couple of pubs,
I've seen him.
He'd just get wild and start like eating glass and stuff. Like, could you imagine sitting in the pub and he just like say you're drinking out of something and he just walks over and he's like, I feel that, and you're like, yeah, that's glass, and he's munches clean into it, and you're like, what? Like that would be so interesting. Though. My last one was a split. I couldn't decide either Freddie Flintoff or Paddy McGuinness.
Wow.
Because
Oh,
you just watch Top Gear.
Northern
You
Ireland.
just watch Top Gear and they're good crack. Like
Yeah, that would be good.
so that's
I
my
think
four.
Paddy McGuinness would be good crack.
They'd be the sort of lads who sit at the bar and take the piss out of everyone.
Would you have them over the original Top Gear though?
Yeah,
Jeremy
Would
Clark.
you?
Jeremy
I wouldn't
Clarkson,
have.
hey?
I wouldn't have the other one. I wouldn't have the wee fella, the
Hammond.
smaller
Oh,
one.
there's
No, not
The wee
Hammond. The
fella.
new one. The new one out of
Oh,
Paddy.
No, I
Chris.
mean out of the OGs, like.
Chris,
No, I don't think you can beat OG Top Gear
yeah.
So, but you're still picking Paddy McGuinness and Freddie Flintoff
because
over him?
I just think they're better. They're better crack.
Do you think like if
Then
this,
Jeremy Clarkson though, like?
I think if you went out with Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond now, they would just be out for a quiet one.
Definitely not. I'd say Jeremy Clarkson loves the sauce.
do
Like.
you not see that? What do you call it? The
Dunno.
show they put out in James May.
I don't know. That's just my
Rally,
opinion.
like.
It's just
Do
my
you do you think like if this podcast takes off and like we get like other people in and they're doing like subsection podcasts and stuff, like do you think people will always be like, oh, it's just not the same as the original three shit, Tommy and Ross?
yeah.
No.
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 Who was yours?
Oh no.
Have you prepared?
I haven't done a list, but like I've got them in my head.
God.
Can we rewind back a
Is
wee
this not
second
your
there?
topic? Like-
where-
I know, but I
yeah.
always think like it's more for your answers. Like.
Do you know what I think about
This is
Saturday
for-
night or was it Sunday night? Tommy, like I want you to actually research this. Like.
Yeah.
I want you to research this. Like.
But it was more of the other one than this one.
Like if it's going on the Google Doc,
Yeah.
you just need to do it. You just need to-
This is
Research this,
weird. How is this becoming me? Like, what is going on here?
no, you targeted me.
Number one, I would have Roy Keane,
Oh, right.
United fan.
Interesting.
Hearing all the United stories and just getting like a non-shit, like no bullshit
Yeah.
sort of approach to things. And he's so blunt. Like, I feel like he'd be good crack as well. You know, he just sort of.
He'd be a good lad to have at the end of the night too if their
Aye.
fight did break out. Like.
And
Keane
they-
would be straight in. Like.
But I was tied between him and Gary Neville.
I sort of think
No,
Neville's a bit of a cock.
I
I
know,
do like him,
at
but
the
I do
same
think he's
time,
a
I
bit
feel
of a
like
cock.
he talks so much. He's like even with business as well. Like he's so many businesses and stuff. Like there's so much.
I pick Roy
he could
Keane
do
now.
in there. But
Gary-
I'm
I
gonna,
think
I'm,
Gary
gonna,
Keane,
I'm gonna go with Roy Keane.
I think you'd be a bit fed up with Gary Neville's crap by the end of the night. Like. I think he'd just drone on too much. Like.
He seems like the type would be a bit condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got Lewis Capaldi. Think he'd be a good crack.
He's your singer.
He's
Like.
good crack. Sings funny
Yeah.
man.
Good
as
all
well.
rounder. Like.
I don't know. Hey, I think that's a poor choice for you.
He's
The reason why I think it's a poor choice for you is the more sauce you get, the more you want to like have good conversation. And I don't think he
Do you
could
not
have
think
good
he would have good
conversation.
conversation?
I think he'd always try to make something like a joke, and I think you get a bit pissed off with that at some stage. Like.
That's so deep. I don't think so.
What do you think? You know what he's like.
Fair point. Like.
When
But
he's had a few drinks in him, Tony's
I'm
like,
sure
so like,
Capaldi's
what's your
stories like.
what's your 10-year plan?
Another one I had was Adam Sandler.
Right, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
think
That's
he'd
one
be
I
good,
thought of
man.
too. Like.
Because he's been in loads of films I love, like.
Yeah.
And I think he'd just be funny, good crack.
Andy Samberg was on my list, but I took him off.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
man.
Goldbridge.
Was that your last one?
Yeah.
What's that? No way.
I just think as well, because like I've listed Goldbridge because watching United stand nearly every day. Like.
Yeah.
And he's a fan. He's not like a pundit.
Yeah.
And can you imagine him and Roy Keane? Like think
yeah,
that'll be
of the mixture.
Yeah,
like.
think of the chemistry.
Lewis Capaldi.
And Lewis Capaldi
Adam
thrown in.
Sandler's just sitting there. Like.
Can they?
See, I had Adam Sandler, but another one I was thinking about was Michael McIntyre. Like.
Yeah.
I think he's funny, but then it's a too comedic.
Kevin Hart would
Kevin,
be a
I
good
don't
one to
know,
go
like,
out
I
with.
think he'd
and
be
so-
too OTT. Like.
Yeah, fair.
And like, I'd love like Goldbridge talks on podcasts about all like how like other YouTube like channels were basically owned by businesses and stuff, and like he's so like, I feel like he knows so much about the behind the scenes as well that you'd be a bit like, what's the crack with that? No?
Yeah.
Fair. That was a good list.
Well done, lads.
on
The boys are heading out, but we get it organised.
Get it organised.
Send the DMs to us.
Send the
DMs. That was good. Tommy's question time. Thank you very much.
What's next on the list?
The next on the list, I'm glad you asked. We're getting into the main topic.
This is why I could never host a podcast, because my memory is like a sieve.
I know. No, main topic this week, I kind of wanted to talk about, we've done a lot of podcasts, right? And I feel like even when we get guests and stuff on, we always talk about social media. We always talk about our phones. We always talk about this whole like, oh, I want to try and like improve, like be on my phone less, and like social media is really damaging and X, Y, and Z. But then I was thinking the other day, I was having a conversation with someone and they were talking about like the good side of social media. And I was like, do you know what? We've kind of mentioned this a few times and just sort of threw shade on it, but we've never actually talked about like, what is the pros, what is the cons to social media? So I thought before we begin, we go back to the start. What was your sort of like first, because like now kids are being born, even now if you're born in like the later 2000s, like 2005, 2000 to 2010, you're gonna know what social media is from the get-go, whereas we were kind of like at that transition period where new stuff started to come in. So like, what was your sort of first exposure to social media? What was it? Obviously with Bebo and stuff, but
Bebo, I think, was the first one. Yeah. For me, anyway.
Were you actually on it, like?
Yeah. Were you not?
No.
Me?
no,
Really?
nope.
It was like the pinnacle, I think,
What
of
was
social
Bebo?
media. Like.
What was Bebo like? Describe Bebo, like.
So Bebo, there was a thing called skins on it. So like, you know, whenever you go into like Facebook and get your dark mode, your light mode,
Yeah.
like you could change the whole skin, like your background, or like, you know, your cover photo that you have now on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was on Bebo first. Like, you could like change your whole like background to like different themes and stuff. Like, you know, the way on like Google Chrome you can do that, and like you can have different shit like cartoon theme and stuff like that, and it changed the color, so everyone's profile you went on to had a different theme. So that was the first thing. And then the other, like, you give love to people. So like, it was like, you know, like liking stuff.
You made love
but
to
you only
people.
got a certain amount of love a day. So like, you only had, say, I can't remember the exact figure, but you had like maybe 100 love. So
Right.
like, someone like posted a status or something and you went on and like give them a love. But like, it
That's
meant
so
so much
funny.
more because you only had like
Limited
Yeah.
amount of
you had a
love.
limited amount.
Would you're definitely going on girls' pages, giving them 100 love. Being
Me just
like, you're
waiting.
the one, like.
I used to just sit after school and evenings refreshing until I got another love, like so I could give it to someone. Like. It's just such a
You're
loving
sharing
game.
the love, blood.
Yeah.
And like, what all would you have done it? Like, did you post on it? Like, what was it like?
I don't remember any posts on it though.
There is going to be people who listen to this podcast who are like, what the hell's Bebo?
I know.
That's mad. Like.
Yeah, I'm so surprised you didn't know what it was. But what else? There was like this. You had like a wall, I think, and people draw on it or something, or wrote stuff on your wall.
Just about a dicks everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the big thing was you had a profile video. So like, if you scroll down a wee bit, you had your like video. So I don't understand the reason behind it, like, but it was your video. Like, this is the one you had, so you could just like enter a YouTube URL into it,
Right.
and this would be your video that like whenever people went on to your like blog, that
Yours
this
was
is what they see.
definitely GA or farming.
No,
What was yours?
Car.
base hunter. Now you're gone.
Nice. I bet you everyone had that.
Everyone
as
at base hunter.
Oh,
The other one
Base
was
hunter, hey.
the other one was
What was,
did you ever-
what was the best one you seen? Did you ever see one that was really original? Like?
base hunter. Like,
Base
there was
Hunter
good
one.
ones like I remember having other ones. It was like Titanic in 5 seconds. Did you ever see that video on YouTube?
No.
It's literally what it is. Like. It's literally a 5 second long video, and it's just like the Titanic sinking, like the whole
okay.
like just fast forwarded in 5 seconds, but like just all the main bits like cut out or like put in. So it was like, oh, the ship's sinking, and then it sinks, and that's it. Like, and it says the end, and like
Job done.
back in the day, like that was content. Like. And then
Content.
another one was that. Remember that Harry Potter thing with the puppets?
Oh yeah,
That was one of the videos on mine. So there was good shit on it. Like it was
good content.
They haven't made a social media like it since, I don't think. Like. They tried to revive it and all there a couple of years ago.
Did they?
Didn't go well, I don't think. I think they tried to make it in like app form or something.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah.
So if you weren't on Bebo, what were you on? What was like your first
Facebook
sort of,
was probably the first one, and then BBM. Like BBM was massive.
BBM was massive.
Facebook was just Facebook was a thing.
I think,
But I rarely remember. But like I posted on it the odd time, but very rarely like
on
Facebook. Like.
Yeah,
I remember
BBM
people used to just
status.
post being like, "Oh, mate, that teacher's a wanker" type of thing. Like. Just random stuff. Like.
But that was back in a time where you never thought in the future and social media would be what it is, and like teachers might be able to see that.
And I remember everyone would have been like family members. Like.
Oh yeah, you
Like
saw like your friends as your family
Like
members,
random people, just as like your grandparents. Like.
I remember.
I used to think that was so
Speaking
funny.
of Blackberries, I never had a Blackberry. Right? Do you want to know why? I swear, everybody in our year had a Blackberry. It was coming up to Christmas. I sent mum and dad like a photo of a Blackberry. I was like, this is what I want.
Did they get you the Nokia version?
They got me a Nokia C3310. No. I remember opening up on Christmas Day and they were like, but it has the same keyboard.
Yeah.
The boy at the O2 shop said it was better and I was like, you've been missold.
That's what I hate that.
And they were like,
too.
oh, but
Whenever-
he says it is Messenger on it. I was like, yeah, text message, SMS, it's BBM we're looking like.
Yeah.
You got in the scale and
It's
all.
right.
Oh,
Wouldn't even, and because it's a Christmas present, you're like, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
So I had to cut about for like 2 years with this flipping wee.
But
Like,
you're saying now.
Everyone, you SMS and everyone, I was like, just BBM me, lad. No credit there. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, that is so-
forgot my pin. Remember, it used to be like 6-digit pins too.
Yeah.
Did you eventually get one then?
No, never
You never
had
got
one.
one?
Swear to God, man, never had
I remember
one.
people used to share
It's
like
raging, eh?
broadcast your pin.
PC
Like.
pin, and it was like 623589.
Yeah, and it was like people would have like been like, oh, add him and put them in their status and all, like add him new to BBM.
And it used to be like PC, not like DM. It used to be PC, it was private chat.
Yeah.
PC for like likes, and then PC
And there
for
was like
dislikes. And
ping for LPC,
ping,
ping for
that
likes,
was the other thing.
yeah.
You used to ping people. Like.
So random. Like.
But it was so it's trash. Like, it's literally just a messenger service. Like.
But it was good though.
But it was one of the things that was like a fad. Like,
you
it was
remember
just
like
trending.
the fucking muncher app people used to use
Screen
for
muncher.
screen muncher. Like,
Yeah, oh, that's mad. You had
for
to
getting
download that one.
photos, like.
But then I think like BlackBerry was very short lived, and then up popped like WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I only started using WhatsApp when I met you in uni. Like.
Same actually.
He never
I
used
never used to
WhatsApp.
do that
I was
until
like,
you.
lad, like whenever me and him first like sort of got to know each other, met and all, I was like, lad, what's your number? And he was like, sure, I'll message you if we go to the pub or whatever. I don't even know how we became friends, mate. Like, it's a blur to me now. But like,
Wish you
you
never
were
did.
like, oh lad, just add me on Snapchat. And I was like, yeah, right, okay. And I added you on Snapchat. And I was like, that's fine. But then I hate Snapchat because it's just, I just don't use it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd use it more
like
than-
I use
I still
WhatsApp.
use it somewhat. Like
You-
if I
you
was ever
message
to message
Brona.
him, I message him, and I message Brona. on
You message
Snapchat.
Brona on, yeah. The reason why I dislike Snapchat now is because I get messages from people, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll be straight up with you. There's people who I don't want to reply to. I want to leave till like the end of the day. Like, I don't want to deal with you right now. I leave you to the end of the day. And you see, whenever I see such and such is typing message from such and such, and I can't see a preview, I have to open it.
Yeah.
I can't not open it. So that's why I dislike Snapchat.
That's why it's good though.
Yeah, that's why I slightly dislike Snapchat. But yeah, I remember that. I was like, lads, I remember we were doing a group project and I was like, oh, Oren, I'll add you to this WhatsApp group chat. Tommy, what's your number? I'll add you. And you were like, I don't have WhatsApp. And I was like, get it. I remember it took you like 3 weeks, mate, to get Snap with WhatsApp. And I was like, what are you doing?
Slow internet.
I
lads.
never
It was
used
a
it,
pain
man.
in
I
the-
swear
I
to
actually
God.
did. I don't think I did.
But I
either.
couldn't believe it because you had everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Facebook at the time he barely used Facebook. Like.
No, I don't use Facebook at all.
And I was like, what the hell is this geezer? Where'd he blow in from? Like?
WhatsApp. Like.
What came after the Blackberries? Was it like some sort of Samsung? Was it like a Taco or something?
I think it was iPhone.
Or was it
man.
before?
No,
So,
iPhone.
I
Was there not something in
remember
between there? The Samsung like era before the iPhones and all.
there was a
It was like
Samsung
touchscreen.
There's a Samsung Galaxy. You know?
Yeah,
Because
I remember having them.
I
like.
think because I remember I think I had a
Or Note or something.
I had a Samsung Galaxy and then I had a BlackBerry
Yeah.
and then I got an iPhone because I remember then there was a BBM app people used.
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I remember the BBM app.
Did you ever have the Sony Ericsson? The one with the 6 speakers?
I had the Nokia with the play and all on it.
I remember like back in the day when you used to be down in the town with all the lads. Like, like one of the older fellas who would have like known, like would have met them in town, like seen them about town or whatever, but like you'd walk up in the street and they'd all be listening to music and they'd have the Sony Ericsson, like, and there'd be like 6 of them standing around like vibing to this music, like, because it had the best speaker on it, like.
Yeah.
And like back then you would have been sending like recording songs up, like
Bluetooth and all.
or else like recording them off the radio, like.
I remember I had like a Samsung S2 or something, like I had like this, like one of their OG like Samsung
I had one of those
touchscreen ones,
yeah.
and I remember that was the time you had the Bluetooth music, and I remember I went to this it was this like youth club thing on a Friday night, and my mate Ben, who I went to primary school with, he didn't go to secondary school with me, I went to another school, but Friday night always met up with Ben had the banging tunes, he had the banging tunes, and you were like, lad, Bluetooth me that. He's Bluetooth. You were walking into school on Monday, like, do you know that new song by Neo? And everybody was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, Neo and Justin Bieber. And they're like, yeah, I was like, I have that. And they were like, lad, Bluetooth me that right now. You're in the locker by like some drug dealer. And like, yeah, I'll get that Bluetooth over to you now, mate.
That's hilarious. Do you remember there was also
Bluetooth?
There was this flip up Samsung phone I used to have, and you used to be able to hack other people's phones.
What?
Via Bluetooth. Like, you know the way it used to turn on your Bluetooth and you'd like find the device, and then they'd find you, and you'd have to like both like accept it.
Yeah.
But there was a way on the Samsung I could like go into their phone and look through all their files and shit through Bluetooth.
What the fuck?
Days.
It was fucking nuts, like.
Shea hacking people's phones, though.
Mad.
But
Mad.
yeah, WhatsApp came about, and then I feel like everything's just sort of ramped up now, where it's just like, this is mad. Like Snapchat, you can literally track people on maps.
Great, like.
On maps.
That's mad. That's mad.
sound like
That is
Advocate
mad.
there. Oh, no.
That's mad to think that that's possible. Like I remember, we must have been in like third year, fourth year at the time. Then data became a thing. You had to get mobile data.
3.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, the
Three-
3
three.
symbol.
Yeah.
3G, yeah.
And like
It wasn't even 3D. It was like just.
I remember.
Oh no, it was E.
E.
Yeah.
It was E or E or something first.
I remember I used to have 500 megabyte of data.
That's mad.
I had 5, and like
You couldn't even watch TikTok
what's
on
that?
it.
No, exactly. Mate. That's how much. Like, you think about it, how much we've come on.
But even up to a couple of months ago, I only had 200
Yeah.
gig or 20 gig.
Yeah.
I'm sure I barely lost you. Like.
I still have that one.
Do you?
Yeah, I give 16.
What? How do you manage?
16 gigawatt.
I know, but you
I
be
used to
straight.
ride halfway,
I rarely be anywhere that I don't have Wi-Fi.
but sure, there was no Wi-Fi in your house. So that
16
This was
gig.
always a while ago.
You've 16
Back
gig
there,
of data.
I don't think I've ever had more than 20.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How do you do it? Like?
I just don't use it that much data.
That's mad. Everything's like unlimited now, though. It's like it was like the same price for me to get unlimited as I was paying for 20.
I have 100 gig.
It's so unnecessary.
I must use about 18 gig a
It's
month.
not.
That's what I think I had 20, and I was like,
Have you ever used
I
it
was
all?
renewing my contract, and they were like, you on average you use about 16 gig of data a month. Not even. And
Oh,
I
that
was
would
like,
freak
there's no
me out.
point
Be
paying-
like, I'll go for the 16 then.
and I was, that's what I done.
That's like going, oh,
I know, but what do you like? How
I'll
often do
drive.
you-
I've 90 mile in the tank, and I'm doing a 90-mile journey. Would you do that? Probably not.
Why not? You would, because you've more than that in the tank. Once or feel like it was only been off 50 miles at least. So.
Shit, like.
Oh,
Your man, he's never drove with a red
label. No, do you not get my Snapchat the other night?
Yeah.
I feel like that was your first
That
time.
was you drive. You're probably just about
Did
to pull
you-
into the petrol station being like, boys, oh fucking
No.
I'm gonna conk out
You
here.
were sitting at the pump revving it, so it went down.
I pulled into the
He
petrol
drove for-
station. Did you not see? I was like, they're definitely going to twig on this. The end of my Snapchat, I like turned around to the pump to show you. I pulled up to the petrol station, literally hit 0 mile. And as I pulled in, I must have been driving for like a good 5 minutes on 0 mile.
Yeah.
And whenever I had sent you the Snapchat, and I turned, but my hand was pure shake. Because I was absolutely shatting myself.
I'm panicking now.
Because I'm going to lose my job. I feel like one thing we need to discuss is with obviously you saying you didn't have WhatsApp and stuff, group chats.
Yeah, that's
That was like the big thing, that you could chat to not just one, not just two, but up to like 15 people in a group chat.
yeah.
I feel like in school it was always that sort of, you knew you were accepted in the friend group when you were added to the group chat. Like
That's a fair point though.
Yeah.
you found something there the other day which was 12 types of people you'll find in every group
I don't
chat.
think we're going to be able to go through them
Well,
all.
we'll not go through them all, but like
the ones you towards the end are a bit shit.
yeah. So I want to come out with this the lurker. So you literally have no idea why this person is even on the chat. Not only do they never reply, but they never even read the messages either. But somehow they're still there. I feel like there's always someone in the group chat where you were kind of cautious of, like,
But I
you
think-
even forgot they were there.
I think it depends. There's different group chats you could be that character in.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm in a group chat, but we're both in a group chat, and he texting at the odd time, but I never texting him.
Yeah.
Never. And I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah. There's the lurker and then there's the ghost. So like the ghost is basically you read the messages but you never reply.
That's
so
probably
you're
me.
probably that. But like
Yeah.
the lurker is like you'll go like I remember I've been on people's WhatsApp and it's like last online 12th of the 10th. And you're like, dude, that was like 7 days ago. What have you been doing? You know what I mean? Not even reading. Like, do you not get notifications?
Do you remember like when there used to be like 18th birthday parties and stuff?
Oh yeah.
You would have been added to group chats, so. And like months later, it'd just be like somebody left the group chat and then you just forgot you were even.
I see
in it.
on
Once
what-
one left, like a load of them started leaving.
I
There.
see on WhatsApp now it doesn't come up whenever someone left.
Does it not?
No, so if someone leaves a group chat, I found this out the other day because I'm in like a football group chat for like five-a-side football, and one of the boys left. No one knew until you go to like the participants and then go to see all, and then there's a bit at the very bottom now that says see past participants, and you go in and you can see who they are and when they left.
Yeah.
It's like no one could figure out why this fella wasn't replying because he replied all the time. He was like king of replying.
Yeah.
The next minute, AFK. We were like, where is this guy gone? Then you went in, found out. So there's the ghost and the lurker. I feel like none of the rest of them really appealed. There was obviously back then the meme spammer.
I know, but go through them because they are good. Like, they'll be relatable to some people.
So if you're listening to this right now, you need to say who's in your group chat. Tag whoever. The Waffler. You wake up in the morning to a message from them, and for the rest of the day, you can guarantee that no matter when you check your phone, there will be some sort of update from them. They literally never stop talking. Then you've got the ghost. I've already covered that. The gossip. These guys are always up to date with what's going on, from what happened to the couple on your course to what everyone got up to last Wednesday night. They literally know everything about everyone. I know plenty of them. The lurker. Then there's the planner. So you may have mentioned in passing to them about you're a bit like this.
Yeah.
But I don't really think it appeals to the group chat. I think it's you're just like this in general. Like if I
All
said to you,
the time.
like I'm not joking. This is what you're like. Like if you said, oh, like we should maybe head out for drinks on like the 9th or something. But like 3 weeks later, and Thomas will be like, "Oh, so you're coming up to mine on the 9th," and I'm like, "What? When?" Yeah. He's like,
Remember you said 6 months ago? Like,
lads, I'm sitting up in the apartment here with a full 5-course meal and you aren't here.
Why is nobody here?
Then there's the drunk. It's 5 a.m. You've not long left each other for the night. And once, I don't even get this, you've decided you'll reply in the morning. Basically, I think it's just people who are drunk. The meme spammer, them, the shade thrower. These guys are way worse than the group gossip because not only do they know everything about everyone, but they're willing to throw you under the bus for the sake of a bit of entertainment.
Wow.
There was no escaping the crack once it took off in the group chat. Like if you were pinned for something, like you were just bang, all these messages coming through. It's not like if you're in school, you could just walk off.
have you ever been in a group chat and you start talking about someone, and then the next thing, I remember this always used to happen in high school. They'd add that person in the group chat. It's the dickest move.
Could you read up on the chat? So
There was, I think, Facebook Messenger you could,
Yeah.
but I think Snapchat you can't do it.
yeah.
But it happened like a few instances whenever I was in group. It wasn't me talking about anyone, like, but I'd seen it done to people. It is a fucking dirty old doing, like.
Aye.
And then they just kick them straight away, but they can still see the messages that have been sent. Like.
Awful.
I hate that.
Awful behaviour.
Bad.
Bad.
I remember there was once a group chat I was in, there was about 9 of us, and there was these group of girls, there's 3 girls, they're all like best mates, but they never shut up in the group chat. Like they never stopped talking. No one else replied. So there's literally one day on WhatsApp, I got so pissed off, and I went in and made a group chat with me and the 3 of them, and just literally messaged in and goes, now you have a place to chat, and then exited the group chat.
Wow.
They were raging out.
Bad boy.
So I feel like it's just came up. I feel like obviously social media and stuff has came along. So I read up a wee article about like obviously the negative effects of social media on like kids and stuff. Because I was helping out at a thing the other day, and there was this kid, and must have been like 13, 14. Had they been about 13 or 14, and he like looked at the other kid that was there. He must have been about 13, 14. He was like, did you see Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate took all their mates out on a private yacht on a private jet? And I was like, Andrew Tate? And he was like, yeah. He was like, Andrew Tate, he's like big on TikTok. So you probably wouldn't know him, you're too old. And I was like, lad, I know Andrew Tate, and I definitely know at 13 or 14, probably not the best influence for you to be watching at the minute. And I think a lot of people would agree.
You're such an adult. Like.
But like, flip me.
Do you remember if someone said that to you whenever you were younger?
Yeah, fair enough.
Watching that, like. You'd be like, fuck off.
Whenever we were younger, it probably would have been like, what are you doing there? Flappy Bird. You probably wouldn't know Flappy Bird because you're too old. Or flipping Doodle Jump.
Floppy Bird. That's so true.
Flappy Bird, like, or Doodle Jump.
What a game.
Remember Doodle Jump?
Just playing games on your phone.
Maz games, Balloon Tower Defense.
Oh, Balloon Star Defense.
What a game.
Clash of Clans.
What a game. What a game.
Yeah. But like, I feel like there's a lot of good sides and bad sides to social media. So like, some of the there's actually some positive effects it can have on like kids and stuff. So spending time online is important for the younger generation to pick up technical skills,
right?
Obviously, because now like the likes of like you marketing. Do you know what I mean? Like the majority of people driving marketing in businesses now are young people who are like up to date with like the latest trends and stuff.
Even older people love the Facebook, like.
Yeah. Who? What?
Older people, like.
Yeah.
They're all on Facebook now, you know? Like grannies and all are on Facebook, like.
Yeah.
Another good one that was actually sort of was talking to a girl about this the other day. So she was raising money running the London Marathon. And do you remember whenever you were younger, if you'd have done anything like that, you would have got like a sign-in sheet, and you would have had to go around like family and friends and actually physically collect the money. You imagine doing that now, you would get nothing.
I mind when I went to Africa, my granny made me do that, like. And she literally took me around like nearly every house around Middletown, like.
I'd die.
And was like, oh, he's going to Africa, like, would you like to sponsor him, like?
But you know what?
But I raised the money, like.
That's a skill that you learn too,
I
like
know,
at the same time.
I was drilling. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Put a bit of confidence in
Going
you.
into people's homes being like, can you give me money?
You were cold calling.
Cold landing at the door, like. There's no cold calling.
Was there anybody who was just like, no?
Yeah.
Probably not. Huh? If you shoot,
I feel so-
my granny
I feel
sort of
s-
knew everyone around Middletown.
She was holding a knife
She
as well. Like.
she do.
She was like, any money? Empty your fucking wallet.
You don't have a choice.
But yeah, but like I suppose that is a thing as well. Is like people don't speak like in person as much anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the ones that said that social media is a good thing because it apparently has made the younger generation more empathetic.
Why?
I would disagree with that.
Yeah.
I do see where they're coming from. Like, I feel like a lot of people are more in touch now with like driving. Like, it's almost like using it as like a marketing campaign, but like the likes of mental health issues and stuff. I feel like people are more in tune to stuff like that. But like empathy is not something that I would see in TikTok comments.
I also think it's a bad thing with mental health though.
Yeah.
Because as much as it's like, there's more awareness for it. I feel like it's got more people asking, oh, do I have that?
Yeah.
And everybody,
Like especially kids though.
everybody's different. Like everyone has their own issues. Like your issues aren't the same as the next person. Like you see that person you see on TikTok. Like
When we were in high school, when would you ever have been thinking about anxiety or depression?
yeah. That's
Do you know
true,
what I mean?
Never.
Like, you wouldn't have spent half as much time on your phone, really, would you? Like?
No, you wouldn't have.
No. Like really, what would you be on? Like what would we probably just been messaging people or playing games? Like
Even it would have just been texting. Whereas now it's just.
And I remember whenever I was younger, I said this to you the other night. I used the landline flat out.
I can't believe that.
Like my best mate in primary school, I'm not joking. I could pick if you had a landline, or no, you don't even have to have a landline. I could pick up my mobile phone right now and type his number in. off his landline to his old house.
Had people ringing me on phone, like your mobile phone, but like I never.
But I remember after like
so funny.
I remember after like 7 o'clock, I'd have been sitting playing the Xbox or something, and my mum would have walked in with the house phone and been like, "Oh, it's Michael on for you," and I'd be like, "Oh, class." Me and him would have sat and chatted, and then I looked, I was like, "Oh, it's 59 minutes. I'll hang up and I'll ring you back because you got charged after 60 minutes." So I hung up and rung him back and all, and then used to do all that sly stuff where it was like, "Oh, you coming around on Saturday? Oh, I don't know if my mum will allow me. Oh, like put your mum on. I'll put my mum on if you put your mum on." And it was like, I went to my mum, I was like, "Oh, Michael's mum and him were asking if I could come round on Saturday." No, they didn't. I just handed the phone to my mum, and my mum was just like, "Oh, we're back to this again. Like when does he want to come over to ours, or does Ross need to go over to yours?" No, it was. There's nothing like that now.
We trickster
Games.
Now it's just
Mind games.
Kids do whatever they want now.
But no, I do agree with your point. I feel like it's made people maybe a bit more over.
There's too
Since-
much
yeah.
information, like just crazy, you know.
It's information
It's like, the
overload.
whole, it's like the whole WebMD shit. Like, you ever see like that,
Yeah.
like where it's self-diagnosis?
Yeah.
But
Where,
you
like you see all like you have these symptoms and you like type it into the internet and you're like, "Oh, you have no leg or something." Like,
Yeah.
like just something that's completely ridiculous, and you're like,
I love how though you always try and like over here you always try and find the NHS one because you're like, it'll be reliable. Like that time I went over on my ankle and my ankle started swelling up. I was like, NHS article. You may have a fracture. Like,
But
always
you
the
don't even
same.
go looking for the stuff now, like especially with the likes of TikTok, it's just coming up. Like.
Yeah.
Whereas like back in the day, you would have just been like seeing your Facebook friends on Instagram. Like Instagram wasn't even as big a thing back then. Like.
Yeah.
you used to have to search for things. Now they're just rammed down your throat. Like,
Exactly.
like you consume this, you buy you.
So take what you
Take
see
it down.
online with a pinch of salt.
It's too late now.
Too late now. We're too far down the rabbit hole. But let us know in the comments section, what was the first social media that you had? Messages, let us know.
Did you have dial-up?
No, mate.
No.
No.
No, I didn't either. I do remember specifically getting my first internet box because it was a present to me on Christmas.
Internet.
It's like, yeah,
Here you go.
here's the internet for you, like, and like no one knew how to set it up or anything or what to do with it. Like, it was,
Was
a
there
wee
even
BT box.
was
Like.
there even cables?
It was a wee BT box. Like, this was like we didn't get it in our house till pretty late on. Like, so
Same.
it was decent enough. Like,
Didn't get internet.
You
till
only
I
got a
was,
couple
like,
weeks ago, like.
18, like.
but you had 3G and stuff. Like, so you were
Yeah.
grand. Like, but no, it was trash. Like,
But
back in the day.
yeah, let us know. Send us a wee message.
Beep boop.
I think it's now time for, have you got a wee Shea's surprise, or do you want to do Ross's rants?
No, you go ahead first. I
So-
need to pull mine up here.
My rant this week, right, is how annoying is it? I feel like I think we've maybe talked about this before, but my rant this week is, this happened to me the other day. You are just on your phones.
Go on.
Are you getting your Shea's surprise up?
Yeah.
My Ross's
You're
rants
pure
is
horny for this fucking computer part by the looks of it.
So my rant this week is, the other day, woke up in the morning, went to the gym, was sitting at work, and I was like, I am shattered. I cannot wait to go home and go to bed.
Yeah.
I arrived home at like 6, got dinner, had nothing to do that evening, hopped into bed, maybe about 8:30, 8:45. I was like, I am going to sleep the night. Wide awake. I was up to about 2 in the morning. What was I doing? Cleaning my room,
Cleaning your room.
reorganizing. I was like,
You're like that kid at 3 in the morning decides to rearrange his bedroom furniture.
decided to unplug my PlayStation, dust it down. It was too dusty and it might catch fire. So it's like, I'll do that now.
What?
Then I was opening
Did
up.
you stand like after cleaning it? Like, did you stand like just beside your bed and call your mum? Mom, come look,
Mum, I've done chores.
into my room.
I was like, what am I? It was 2 o'clock. Up the next morning at 7, same thing, different day. Like, just absolutely horned for bed. Like.
That's life now.
And then you go to bed and you're wide awake. See, you could just go to bed and out like a light.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
I could lay down after work and go to bed like that. But see,
Yeah.
once it passes like 9 o'clock, I am in no sleep mode. Like,
Yeah.
I will not sleep. Like, and then in the mornings I can't get up.
Does it ever happen to you? Like?
All the time. No, I don't sleep.
What is
I
it?
don't sleep till like 2 o'clock, like 3 o'clock some nights. So.
If someone could give us any indication as to why this happens, why am I so tired at 4 p.m? Sometimes even 12. I could be for like 12 p.m. I could be for bed, and then as soon as I get home, get the jammies on, get cuddled up in bed with a wee Netflix show. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, it'd be the same, man. I think it's just bad routine too. Like, I think you just have to force yourself to do it.
Yeah.
And then like do it repetitively for like a couple of weeks or something before you actually get into it.
Fair. But that's the end of my rant. You've got a wee surprise for us this week, boss man.
I do. I was actually,
I do.
I decided to change it before it came. So we've all been in the market now for PC parts recently. So
yes.
I wanted to bring up Facebook Messenger and see what you thought of like buying selling it.
Right.
So I wanted to take you through this thing that I had today. So we've been buying graphics cards, but like because of the whole crypto thing that happened like a couple like last year, people were like buying up graphics cards and stuff and like reselling them for stupid money on the internet. But like people copped onto this and realized, hold on, here's a bit of money to make. I'm going to steal your photos, post them on the internet, and then say I'm selling your graphics card. And then people would send the money and be like, oh, I'll send it to you now, like send the graphics card out, but they'd never get a graphics card. And then your man would just pocket money and he never had a graphics card.
Or would he buy the graphics card and then send it to them?
No, he would never have had a graphics card.
He's just scamming
So
people.
he was big marketplace and there was that many photos of like
up.
graphics cards. This was happening regularly, like over lockdown.
You not find them. No, like find
Probably
the
fake account.
That's the thing with Messenger. I don't think there's a thing like eBay and PayPal and stuff have a thing where if you don't get it, you get your money back.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think Facebook do.
Oh, that's dirty. So they were actually screenshotting other ads.
So
say you were selling like a pair of Yeezys, someone could screenshot your Yeezys and go Yeezy size 10.
People were that desperate for them. Like.
People were doing that, but people were so desperate they were just like not even questioning it. Like someone, they could just be like, "Oh, someone's here looking for him," and then they'd be like, "Oh, I'll give you double or whatever." Like I just need it, like because you couldn't get them.
Needed the fix.
And obviously you were stuck at home doing nothing. But anyway, I was messaging the guy today,
right?
And I'll read the chat now. I was like, "Hi Ryan, do you still have this? And are you available to post it to Northern Ireland?" He goes, "Hi dude, still available. Cheers. And if you could cover the cost, I don't see why not." Fair enough. He goes, "Would you know roughly how much it costs? Blah blah blah. If you drop me your postal address," and then sent him my address, and then I goes, "Could you send me a pic of it with a piece of paper with my name on it beside it?" And then I go, "Sorry, just overcautious. I made this bit up." I goes, "But it was scammed out of a GPU before. Some guy had fake pics up." That's bullshit. Like
Ryan's listening to this podcast now. You go, "You little."
So the reason I did that is because I went onto his profile, and as you can see, if you go into it,
he was from Larne.
No, he's from England. Like,
so
that's the photos and shit. I went into his profile, and you can't see anything. Like it's literally just a photo. Right. So couldn't see anything to do with it. I couldn't see any like friends or anything. So it was sort of a bit suspicious. And
Detective Shea.
I sort of got a bit suspicious, so then I like looked it up.
Yeah.
Or I was like searching his name in Google and stuff. And then do you know what I actually
searching his name in Google?
No, that's not even the worst part. Do you know what I did?
What?
I went and I saved his profile picture. And I did
reverse
image search.
Oh my
God. Google to see did he steal that photo from another profile.
Work?
Right. I just got out this morning. No one showed up, so I was like, oh, maybe it is a real thing. Like, then I was like, oh, I'll have an wee scroll through here, look through a few more ads. Went down a bit, the exact same photos on an advert that was posted 3 weeks ago. And I was like, hold on, like, something's not right here. Like,
hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right.
So the exact same photos he had used on the graphics card that he's selling. So I was like, hold on, this isn't fucking right.
Did you call him out, like?
I haven't said anything yet. Like, I'm still in process. Like, I'm still in process.
What did he say to send in the photo with your name on it?
Yeah, so he goes, no problem. I have a few people interested, but we'll get in touch, whatever. I was like, no worries, cheers. He goes, be home in an hour, dude, if you still want it. So the people had fucked off. So I'm a bit now like, that was a bit convenient. And he goes, if you still want it. And I goes, yeah, sure. And he goes, I'll sort a picture out for you then. And I goes, thank you. So I'm waiting for a photo. Sends through a photo, different photo with it in it and his name on it. So now I'm like, maybe he is real.
No, has he put his name?
Your name though.
I know, that's what I was wondering. Why didn't he? But that is his name.
No, he's messaged someone else who has selling the same thing and asked them to do the same thing that you've done.
Do you think so?
He's definitely.
But I looked that ad up and I can't find it.
That's what so that's the same graphics card.
But that's his name.
Yes.
That's on his Facebook account.
Listen,
Ross makes a good point here.
that's
I know,
the graphic card. That's
yeah.
the graphics card that you're trying to buy. So that's the same graphics card that the guy posted 3 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
he's probably messaged your man and said,
No, the graphics card from 3 weeks ago was a different man selling it.
yeah, but your boy has probably messaged him
Yeah.
and said, can you send me a picture of the same graphics card that I'm trying to use to scam this guy, put my name on it, and then he sends it to you? Why has he not said Shea Cullen?
See, I don't know.
He is trying to do you dirty.
The name matches with the profile, and then I was like, I need another photo just to make sure he hasn't photoshopped it, because it's not like it's a straight on. Like he could have like wrote his name on a piece of paper and just pasted it over.
Yeah.
So it was like, can you send me one of the back? So he sent me a pile of them then with his name beside it. So I'm like, is it real? But it's a really good deal, like, but it's almost too good to be true.
That must say it.
That's it there, like. Then he's like sort of rushing me a bit too, which I'm like,
No, you're
I
getting
don't know,
scammed.
I don't know.
I would get him to send you
You know
a
what
video.
you should do?
What should I
Pay
do?
him on PayPal.
But I still don't want to get money if he's not real. I know I can cancel it and stuff, but he'll still get the money.
This is juicy. This is juicy.
It's a predicament, like. He could be a genuine lad, and I could just be torturing him. Like, I don't want to turn around him again and go,
He's
can
definitely
we send
not a
one with my
genuine
name
lad.
on
He's
it? Like?
definitely not a genuine lad.
Do you think he's a bit pushy?
Let me see.
Let's see what he said.
She's like,
Nice one, thanks. Sorry, I was driving home from work there. Just got lost you.
oh,
Don't
that sounds
fancy
weird.
waiting around, dude. I can
Yeah, he's only after saying that. What's that
can
about?
get it on the
I haven't
way
read
to
that.
you. £18. I've already looked into it, dude.
And the other thing is, he keeps saying dude, but I've looked at his profile picture and it's probably a man in his late 40s.
What's he saying?
Mid-40s, dude. But it's
Red
what a man
flags
from-
everywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of red flags, so
My days.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm in such a predicament. Like, it's such a good deal. Like.
Nah, well, I would far rather know that it's real than get scammed out in the money. I would say that's what he's done. Like he's
someone.
messaged the guy. Like, so if you have that original ad and he's ripped that off, all he has to do is message your other boy and go like, oh, here mate, I just want to check I'm not getting scammed. Would you mind putting my name on a piece of paper? And
But then, like, I was thinking too, like, what stops someone from having that graphics card, making a fake account, and then writing your name on a piece of paper beside their graphics card that they're never going to sell anyway?
Yeah.
So, like, you're running that risk on anything you buy.
You
Like,
need to just trust, like.
whenever you do actually sort of break it down, it is a lot of, like,
See,
if you're posting, I know it's not really made for posting, it's more for collection and stuff.
the thing as well is like,
has he got other stuff up on?
He posted 2 other things today, and that's all he's posted.
Just double check that, like, if that's where he's taking the photos, that there's
if
no
he's
other
if he's
photos that
selling
are
a
some.
few different things, like,
No, he's only posted today. Things he's selling.
I know, but like,
The account, he's changed his profile picture a month ago. So it's not a brand
I
new
know,
account.
but can you just have an Instagram account maybe on Used Marketplace, and he doesn't actually have a Facebook account? No?
No, he does have one, but his Facebook profile picture was changed a month ago. That's the only info I could really get on
I
him.
know,
Like.
but it's a tough one, like.
Like, it's
Is
probably
it worth
like,
the risk? How much money are you
you're
talking
probably
here?
saving maybe 100 quid. Like.
How much are you spending though?
It's 250. They're generally around 350. Like. Is it worth the risk?
Lad, I think you're getting scammed. I would ask.
don't know,
I would probably ask them to send you like a video of it and just say your name. Just be like, mate, can you send me a video and just literally say Shea
But
Cullen?
like realistically,
Is that
you're never gonna
being a pain,
gonna meet this guy. So like, I wouldn't
And if
be
he's-
worried about fucking him off.
And you
like.
see, if I was
Yeah.
so desperate for the money, like he is clearly,
Yeah.
then why don't you just say
What-
it? And if he goes, nah, mate, then just be like, right, fine, dead on.
I never even read that last message. What was he saying? No, sorry, don't fancy waiting around, dude. I can head on the way to you. What does that mean?
I can get it on the way to you.
I can head on the way to you.
I think he meant to say I can get it on the way to you.
He's
This
that
is
desperate.
inter- this
He's
is
that desperate to
interesting.
That
scam
wee
you.
bit's a bit desperate there, the way he said, I don't fancy waiting around.
See,
like.
the thing as well is like,
That's a bit-
why is there no one that lives near him that wants that? Well,
Yeah. That's the thing too.
Do you know what I mean? Like?
I think
Like if it's such a good deal, surely there's someone around. Like I bought that graphics card today, and I seen it last night. Messaged her by and went and got it today. Like.
yeah.
And I would probably save, would you say, like around 100 quid on that one?
Yeah.
So
but there are genuine people out there, but
Oh,
if I was buying something off Facebook Marketplace or like Gumtree or whatever, it probably would be local. I
Is
would
there a
only buy other
way-
stuff on eBay.
is there a way of doing it on Facebook? Because I know you can like send an offer. So I'm thinking if you send an offer and he accepts it, does that like link you into a contract in some way that you could get your money back? Or?
No, I think the send offers just like pre-made message or something. Like it sort of just
I don't know.
sounds. I think it's a tough
I sort of
one.
want you to do it now so we have more content to talk about in the next episode. Like, it could be like, so how did Shea's secret?
Well, I'll
fucking-
update you anyway. And
The plot thickens.
next week.
Is
to
it what
see.
else could you do though to get him? Like what else can you really do? Like
I don't know. Like he could send videos and stuff, and I don't know. Like because as I say, like it could just be his GPU that he's never going to sell anyway.
see, I get what
And he's using a fake account.
But and I get what Ross is saying as well. Is like you've asked him to write your name, and he's wrote his own name, and it's like, is that just an honest mistake, or has he done what Ross said and actually messaged someone with one?
I know.
It's £260.
And
of
he's
risk.
taken that
Yeah.
long to reply. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
And if he's taking that long to reply, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to wait around," mate, you are waiting around.
but he's pretty quick. He is pretty quick at replying. Like.
Be quick at taking your
Like,
money as well.
But that's what I'm afraid of. Is
you
he
could
quick
get
'cause he
what
thinks
you
he's
could
on
do.
a good one here. Like.
What you
Slinking
could
into
do
the night.
is get him to get a box with your address on it and send you the photo of the box with your address with the thing in it.
Right. Check it, take it out before he
I
sends
know,
it.
but like if he's went to the effort and printed out your address and got it like a shipping label and all,
Yeah,
and you could be like, "Oh, can you give me the code for tracking it?" No?
yeah. He said,
Why do you not arrange your own collection of it? Get his address.
I can't.
He's in England.
Maybe you can still arrange your own collection of it. Can you not hire someone?
I know,
to go
but he
and-
could.
Can you do that?
I think you can hire
That
like
should be
a
a thing.
You can
collection.
do
Can
it.
you?
You could send like UPS to his house or whatever to lift that one. Or
If you want it to be like, it's probably worth the extra tenner that you'll
It's
pay.
literally-
Will they check it?
they'll
they won't
they'll
check
like
it.
scan when they lift it. So
But then
You could just put a brick in it.
I know, but like you're getting so fucking.
then you've got his
you're
address.
so paranoid now, like.
You've got his address.
I don't. Oh, right.
So what you would do is like contact the likes of UPS or someone, and you'd be like, right, I want to book a collection, and here's the address, and you'll be able to go on, and they'll scan it when they lift it. So it'll be like it was collected from this address at this time, and then it'll just be like your normal. Oh, this is being shipped to wherever. This is where it is. Like.
Yeah.
So then at least you could be like, but then at the same time,
But he might be like.
But if he's putting a brick in it, like
Yeah.
or something like that,
Yeah.
all that effort for the sake of that, it's a bit fucking extreme. Like.
Listen, we'll wrap it up there. If you've got any advice, for Shea, please send it and we'll pick this up and we will keep you updated into this mystery. Is Shea getting scammed, or is he dealing with an honest guy?
I might just end up going this evening and just blocking him, like. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you have to tune in next week to
tune
find
in,
out.
tune in next week to find out. We'll keep you up to date.
God, Shea got scammed.
Thank you very, very much for listening. We will see you in the next episode. If you haven't already, please go to itsthemainman.co.uk and grab some stuff. Thank you very much for sponsoring today's podcast.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you can subscribe, do whatever you want. But yeah, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.